Yo, what's up, my fellow Transformer fans? It's your boy, the Dreadhead Ninja Bot Rodimus Black, and I'm back with another Transformers review for you today. And today we're going to be talking about Takara Tomy's Nightbird. This is a figure that I recently picked up over the holiday season. I was getting ready to pick up the new Nightbird that came out with the Siege line, and my brother Cregan decided to tell me that, he reminded me that this figure had came out before. And while I did have to pay a premium to get her in, I definitely think I'm happier with this figure over the Siege version of it. But before we go ahead and take a look at the figure right here, let's take a quick look at the box. On the box, we got some. Ooh, my light's shining right on it. Can't even see it. But yeah, right here on the box, we got some product shots of her, some cute little chibi stuff down here that can't read or understand. Transformers on the side with a picture of her animated on the front, holding her translucent sword. On the side, another product shot with the Decepticon logo. So yeah, nice box, nice little clamshell on the inside. Make sure it's well protected. Next up, what we got is her instruction manual. Nice, again, a nice little cartoon image of her. More stuff I can't read at the bottom. Over here, can't read any of that. More product shots. Going through her tech specs, letting you know how strong, fast, and everything else she is. On the inside, it actually comes with a nice little comic book that I do really wish I could read. It looks like a fun time right here. You got like Megatron and looks like Beast Wars Megatron. In here, you got Nightbird down here with like a banana peel on her head. If you could see that. Like I said, I wish I could read it. I wish it was an English version. That seems like it'd be fun to take a quick look at. But anyways, that's that. Next thing we take a quick look at is her accessories that she comes with. We have one larger blaster right here. No paint, decent sculpt, just all in black plastic. Smaller handheld blaster right here. Again, no paint, nothing special, but it works, does the job. She does come with two translucent swords, just like her RC counterpart, but rather than blue, these come in the translucent yellow, which are really nicely done. And unlike RC, she comes with two sides. So, like Raphael off of Ninja Turtles. But yeah, she comes with two sides that she also can wield as well. So yeah, nicely done accessories, and she holds all of them very well. But we'll show that when we get to that part. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get all that out the way and talk about the figure itself. So yeah, here we go. Here she is. Nice little car mode. Looks really good. Again, no different from the RC, just a repaint. But I think this does a much better job as translating into Nightbird into robot mode than the new Siege Earthrise version of her. But yeah, so in the car mode, we got some black plastics. This I don't want to say silver, but yeah, like gray fleck, silverish plastic. We got purple for the car seats. On the inside of the vehicle, if I can get that in frame, you got like a little steering wheel. Some little details up here to show like a speedometer and everything else. Looks like a little TV screen. I'm amazed by how much detail they're able to get into the inside of the car. But yeah, translucent plastic right there. Cleans up really nice on the bottom. No issues with rolling at all. So yeah, it's a really nice little figure. So yeah, I like this. Blah blah blah. Yeah, so you got yellow up front for the headlights, yellow in the back also for the tail lights. So yeah, it's not a whole lot to talk about in vehicle mode. So I'm just going to go ahead and get her transformed, and we can go ahead and talk about the robot mode and do some comparisons as well. All right, so first thing for transformation that I normally do is we're just going to break up the actual top of the car sculpt. So start slowly separating things. There we go. Get that up. And break up the front. This just pops right out. And you can fold that forward right here. And move that back a little. Then we can break up the back of the car sculpt, or the butt, and flip the legs down, rotate those, and then they just hinge right on in, like that, on both sides. Flip the feet down, or flip them forward, like that. Get her arms down on these two hinges. Fold the chest down. Connect all that in place. Oh wait, I gotta move the back of the car down as well. There we go. Got that done. Push that forward. Head is on this extra hinge right here. Just gonna collapse that back. It doesn't always want to stay in place, but once you get it, it's pretty secure. Alright. And voila, just like that, few seconds and transformation is complete. So yeah, we'll go ahead and talk about the articulation on the figure. Head is on a ball joint, so you can get all the way back to there. Down to right there, this large chin piece kind of gets in the way. But you can rotate it left and right, little to the side, to the other side, like so. Arms are also on a ball joint, so initially you only get to right there if you just put it straight out, but you can rotate it, and then you can get up to there as well. Arm, we got bicep swivel right here. Nothing on the wrist, but we do get a nice little soft ratcheted elbow joint, so you can have her arms up like that, and take a slightly more cute pose, like, ooh, look at me, flexing. All right. So nothing on the waist at all. Hips only going to go out to about right there. So not the full split, but it's enough. It's enough for the character. I wonder if you separate that. Yeah, if you separate it, you might be able to get a little bit more out of it. So that's a pretty decent side kick if you want to do that. And forward, you get a lot more. Excuse me. You can get it up to there. So that's a pretty impressive high kick. Back, you're not going to get as far. Obviously, you got all this backpack kibble. That's going to prevent you from doing anything else. So on the thighs, you get a thigh swivel right above the knee, which works. So swivel right there. And then for the knee, you get all the way back to right there. So technically she can kick her own butt. But again, backpack gets in the way. Nice little piston work right in there. Probably could have used a little bit of coloring, a little bit of paint to help bring that out a little bit more. But, it's there. And it's a nice added detail. I like that. You don't get a rocker for the ankle, but you do get a tilt. So you get tilt up to there. And for transformation purposes, you get all the way back to there. No swivel either on the ankle. But I mean, for a small Takara Tomy Hasbro figure, you get plenty of range of motion, and she's a good feeling figure. I like the way this looks, and personally, I like the way these ones look a lot better than the new Siege Fembots, because they have a lot more femininity to them, if you ask my opinion. It's just they have a lot more curvature to the body, which adds more to the female frame, which just makes for a better looking bot. Yeah. So, but we'll get into that also. So yeah. Anyways, to her weapons. Here's one of her sais that just clips right into her hand, and no problems holding that whatsoever. It's not going anywhere, no matter how hard I shake her. Same thing with her guns. Her her larger blaster, just like this. Holds it, no problem. It does stick up kind of high. I'm not the biggest fan of that height. It doesn't seem, I'm not going to force it to go any further. I mean, like I said, I did have to pay a little bit of a premium to get this figure, since I got it late in the game. But same thing with her smaller blaster. No problem holding that either. And same thing with her swords. She holds those. No issues. whatsoever. All good. Now, also a great thing about this figure is it does give you plenty of options for storage on her. So, like a lot of figures, they give you a lot of accessories, and there's really nothing that you can do with all those accessories but leave them in the box once you're done playing with them. But with her, you do have a little bit of storage options. So you can easily, place a gun right here in her hand, a sai in the other, and then just for shits and giggles, you can put another gun right here, and you can maybe put another sai right here. That way, if she's like in a combat situation and she runs out of ammo or she loses a weapon, she has them on her hips and she can easily switch out and continue the fight, which is really nice. I'm probably not going to keep her like that. I think that's a little overkill, bulks her out a little bit more. But, it is something that's available. And while I did forget, there is storage for her weapons while she's in vehicle mode also. I didn't show it, but it does work. If you look at the back of the box, you can see on here where like her size and everything are connected to her in vehicle mode as well. So the same parts on the hips that work like this, they also work in the vehicle mode too. So yeah, but yeah, this is a really awesome figure to own. It's nice to finally have a representation of the first female Decepticon that ever debuted in the series. I mean, I know she was never actually dubbed in the Decepticon, but technically after, Megatron reprogrammed her, she was officially the first female Decepticon. And I really wish they would have followed up on her canon a little bit more, because after the Autobots rescued her or, captured her and brought her back to her creator, at the end of the episode, they showed her eyes light up again, and, and it was just like, oh, she's still alive. But that was the end of it. They never touched on it again. So in my mind, I like to pretend that, maybe she escaped, joined a different faction of the Decepticons or something like that. Maybe espionage, spy, ninja, ninja missions, stuff like that. That would have been really cool to see. Another thing I did forget is her eyes do have light piping, but it's very easy to forget it because it doesn't really work well. They're just white, so you don't really pick up on any changes. See what I mean? That doesn't want to stay in place that well. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong or what, but whatever. But yeah, it is there, but it's just not. It's nothing to write home about. But yeah, so let's do a quick comparison. First thing I want to compare with is the new Siege line female robots. Now I do own pretty much most of them, but in all honesty, Nightbird is a much better looking figure to me than the new Siege line figures. I wish they would have stuck with this style of doing things, because that Chromia was amazing. The one that transformed into a bike. The Wingblade was an amazing figure as well. And but these right here, they're nice figures. It's nice to have some more female representation in the franchise, especially for collectors. Because, I mean, let's be honest, for the most part, Transformers has been a complete sausage fest for the longest. But it's nice to have some more female representation in the genre as well. So I did go ahead and get these other bots, even though I am not. I mean, look at that backpack. That's huge. That's monstrous. I mean, look at that backpack versus that backpack. You tell me which one cleans up better. You know what I'm saying? Like this. Yeah, it's not really too much of a comparison. But just for the hell of it, I brought in the actual RC that she's a repaint of, and I brought in the RC repaint as well. So yeah, now I have pretty much all three versions of it, and you can see they're all pretty much the exact same height, same build, same everything, just different paint jobs, different accessories. But it all makes for nice figures. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got for you on this one. I mean, she's very well done, very well sculpted, nice paint job for what they did, and it really does a phenomenal job of selling the character. That looks more like Nightbird than what the new Siege one does to me. So that's pretty much why I decided to go with this one versus the newer figure. But yeah, everybody, that's pretty much all I got for you guys, and I hope you enjoyed the video as always. If you did, like, share, subscribe, all that other good stuff. Help your boy out a little bit. And, you know, I'm still trying to grow my channel some more. So, yeah, you know, just keep an eye out for me. Definitely still got a whole lot more in the works for you. A lot of Christmas presents that I received this year that I still need to review. And those are going to be coming in the upcoming days and weeks and months. And I still got a lot of custom stuff that I want to go ahead and get started on also. So stay tuned to the channel, man. A lot of good things coming down the pipeline later on. But on that note, y'all be cool. And as always, from your boy, the Dreadhead Ninja Bot, Rodimus Black. Peace.